Right, question 2 in this question paper says, although the shop is new, research has shown that in order to keep it looking professional, it will have to be renovated in 3 years' time. Sibusiso got some quotes and discovered that it would cost them approximately 30,000 rand to do the renovations according to this year's prices. Sibusiso has a fixed deposit that will mature in 3 years' time at a value of 35,000 rand. Will Sibusiso's fixed deposit investment be able to cover the costs of the shop renovations in 3 years' time if inflation remains constant at 6.8% per annum? Whew, a lot of information. So, let's start by just writing down everything that we need to know. So, first up, we know that the renovations are going to cost him 30,000 rand if he does it in this year. In other words, in 2022. Now, this amount, according to the scenario, grows in value by 6.8% per annum. Per annum just means per year. Now, he receives money in 3 years' time. Right, so let me just grab a different color pen. The monies that he received in 3 years' time is 35,000. They want to now know if this 30,000 increases by 6.8% per year, will this amount that he receives at the end of 3 years be able to cover the cost of this? Essentially, would this be more than this amount at the end of 3 years? So, step 1. We don't need to do anything with the 35,000 rand that is going to be getting at the end of 3 years. So let's move away from that. First thing that we need to do is work out what this 30,000 rand will be in the year 2025, right? In 3 years' time. Now, they say that this amount, 30,000, increases by 6.8% per year. In other words, if we take our starting amount, right, the cost that it would have been this year, which is 30,000, and we add 6.8% of that to that, you'll end up with the 2023 price. Then we take the 2023 price and add 6.8% to that, and you'll get the 2024 price. Then we take that amount and we add 6.8%, and you'll get the 2025 amount. Oh, excuse me, don't know why I wrote percentage there. Then we'll only get the 2025 amount. So, let's start off by first calculating what this renovation would have cost him at the end of 2023. In other words, let's go and calculate what 6.8% of 30,000 rand is and just add that to 30,000. So, just with the previous as the previous example, we're going to put 6.8%, which is written like this. In other words, the comma just moves 2 spaces to the left, so it's 0.068 times 30,000, and this will just give us the value of 6.8% of 30,000. So we're going to take 0.068, multiply it by 30,000, and you'll see that it says 2,040. So 6.8% of 30,000 is 2,040 rand, which obviously needs to be added to the 30,000, right? Because this amount increases. So it's going to be 32,040 rand at the end of 2023. This is after the first year. Right, quickly write that down if you haven't done that yet. Now what we're going to do is take this amount, right, and we're going to increase this by 6.8%. So we're going to follow the exact same steps as we did over here, but by adding 6.8% to this amount at the bottom, we'll end up with the amount that it will cost at the end of 2024. So we're going to start off with 32,040, and we're going to multiply it by the exact same amount over here, right, because the percentage hasn't changed, 0.068, and you'll see that 6.8% of 32,040 Rand is 217872. 217872, which again we just need to add to this amount because it increases per year. So 32040, and as soon as we do that, 32040, you'll see that we end up with 34,218 and 72 cents. So the initial 30,000 that it would have cost him to do the renovations in 2022 in the year 2024 would cost him 34,218 Rand and 72 cents. Now just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to write that at the top. And we obviously know that that is now the price for 2024. We do not want to stop at 2024. We want to know at the end of 3 years. So, one more. 35,000 or 34,218 Rand and 72 cents needs to increase by 6.8%. So again, oops, not add, excuse me. 0.068, which is 2326, and rounded up, you'll see that it is 87 cents. And again, that amount we just add to the starting amount, which is 34,218 and 72 cents. And we're going to end up with 36,545. 36,545 and some spare change. Now, this is the amount that it would cost him now to do the renovations in 2025, and this is the amount that he's going to receive at the end of 2025. Now all that they want to know is, would this be able to cover this? And obviously, seeing that 35,000 is less than 36,000, we would say no. No, it wouldn't be enough. Right, on question 3, it says the Habib family's water and electricity bill for April 2013 was 1,050 Rand. If the inflation rate for April 2014 was minus 2.3%, What could the Habibs expect to pay for water and electricity in April of 2014? Now, very important is to check whether the price increases or decreases. And in this case, we can obviously see that it's negative 2.3. In other words, we are going to not add it, but subtract it. We're going to minus it. So, step 1, write down everything that we have. We know that the cost is 1,050 Rand, and now we need to decrease this by 2.3%. So just with the previous examples, we're going to work out what 2.3% is of 1,050 and just minus it, right? Subtract it. In other words, 2.3 over 100 is just to show how that's written as a decimal. So that would be 0.023. We're going to multiply that by 1050. Times 0.023, which is 24.15. In other words, 2.3% of 1,050 is 24 Rand and 15 cents. And seeing as though we need to minus it, all that we're going to do is say 1,050 minus 24 Rand and 15 cents. Which is now 1025 and 85 cents.